life of Samani, when I was in Samani, my life was dedicated for Jain philosophy and teaching of Jain philosophy, learning about Jain philosophy, learning Jain agams and going into the roots of Jain agams. I had tried to understand what exactly philosophy speaks of and what would be the aim of life according to Jain philosophy. For 10 years, I was in that experience, learning and teaching. I learned many things special about Jainism, especially Karmavada, theory of Karmavad, theory of Anekantvad, and Jain Yoga. And that has worked a lot in this life. Because now in practical I have to apply, if I apply these principles into practical life, it's the best place. Because the life of monk is arranged so where you can do your activity-based meditation, your work, if you go to alms, you go with the Iriya Samiti. When you speak with Bhasha Samiti.
You say?
Speak with Bhasha Samiti.
Bhasha Samiti.
Bhasha Samiti. That means you are aware of what you are doing. When you are walking, look at the place where you are walking. Be aware of your walking and be aware that there is no violence while walking. When you speak, be aware of it that there is no violence in speech, violence in communication. So this is the best place, and the more you are praised and you are given importance of it, because we are living in the society, and when you follow the rules, they appraise you. So that becomes more motivation for us, for a novice at least, the new one who comes, and from that motivation we move on in the path of spiritual development. So I think what was the study over there is a practice over here. The theory has become practice, and I'm trying to do it. And especially while walking in the way, that is when we move from one place to the other village, it's a distance of some 8 or 9 kilometers, average distance is that. That experience is an unusual and amazing experience, because scripture says that you don't have to speak on the way. You have to keep silence and walk. And that gives you really an experience of liberation on earth. You would feel like you are not on the earth at all.
That's good.
It's very amazing.
Way of walking.
It's very good experience to have. If you want, you can practice. You keep the silence and then practice only walking without thinking anything. That's what has been prescribed in the scriptures. And Mahavira says that, as far as I have read, when I was in Samani, I got a quotation that if one follows Iriya Samiti and walks thoughtlessly, try to walk thoughtlessly, then in the end one can reach many things, one can attain many things. He says even clairvoyance, mind reading, and even omniscience can be attained through it. That once you follow the Samitis, and that will lead to many things, many achievements in the spiritual life. And to some extent I have experienced it in the activities of monk. And especially I would like to say you that we are given time from our Guru. So like Acharya Sri Mahasramanji, every 2 months or 3 months we will have a sitting with him. Sittings are different, like different kinds, but only for novices we have a special sitting, special meeting. And in that meeting this time, once he had given one line for us for Anipreksha, contemplation, and that was Koham Asacham Hubvecha. Koham Asacham Hubvecha.
Please, can you write it down?
Koham Asacham. Bring your anger. Let the anger not win, and you win. And this time he gave us a sutra of Dashrekale, and that is Jayam Chare, Jayam Chare, Jayam Ase, Jayam Saye, Jayam Bhunjantu Bhasanto Pavam Kammam Na Bandai. Oh, I'm not supposed to write.
Huh?
I'll write in you can copy it.
No
Sorry.
problem.
I cannot write it actually. I cannot give my writing to others.
Okay. We will not show anybody.
It's
Nobody
not showing.
will-
It's not showing, but
I understand. It is a rule.
Jayam Chari. Just copy it off, okay?
Yes.
I'll just write it and give you. Jayam Chitte. Jayam Ase. Jayam Say. Jayam Bhunjantu. Bhasantu. Pavam Kammam Na Bandhai. He says, when you walk it with awareness. Be awakened. Be aware of what you're walking. Walk carefully. Sit carefully. Stand carefully. Sit carefully. Eat carefully. Carefully in the sense, be aware of what you're doing. If you do it with the intention of nirjara, intention of purity, it will lead to purity. So he says, by doing all these, you will not bind new karmas. So that has worked. Every day we have to do it for 8 minutes. We have to contemplate about it. And if it comes in our life, we feel really very, very good. We feel that you are really not binding karma and removing. You remove. We feel it.
And you feel also the removing
Yeah.
karma.
I feel like it's an experience that leads to, it's like what I think is sometimes that where the moksha is, this is also a moksha. Like involving totally into an activity and doing it for the sake of purity. You're doing service to others also, it is for self. And that leads to an experience of joy.
Yeah.
And it's an experience of total, say, unconditional spirituality. That's a very good experience.
So it
Step
is
by step.
yeah. He said it is moksha step by step
Yeah, right.
approaching.
Yeah,
Good life.
good life.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we experience after 14 years. It's a good life. Following Dharma.
Right. Principles into action. Principles into action.
Yeah.
Following principles and getting into an action is a joy. It's a kind of achievement.
Yeah.
That's a progress in my life. From that to this. anymore to ask.
So you don't miss the things you had formerly in your life.
No, actually, one should have a clear,
Yeah,
clarity about the goal. If one, sorry, I took
no
it.
problem. Clarity about the goal.
Goal.
Yeah.
If one wants to only be a scholar of Jainism, then fine, you can be a good scholar, staying over there in university.
Yeah.
And if you want really to put into action, this is a field.
Yeah.
So
It is different from studying it mentally
and
And
applying, living it.
living it.
Living it.
So, as far as I understood you, you feel less being on earth than before. Less earthly burdens, perhaps.
Huh?
Earthly burdens. It is like
Lighter? Feeling lighter?
you feel lighter.
Yeah, I feel lighter, too light. Because things are less over here. You don't have many things over here, and you don't have many things to do too, like the social activities. And of course, after some years, I'll have to enter into the social activities over here too. But at present, it's a condition where because novices are not given that so many responsibilities and all, so that noviceness I am experiencing and I'm enjoying it, because it gives time and both fields.
So you would speak of yourself as novice.
At present.
Huh?
At present, yes. Yeah.
At present. And is it
Novice in the sense, the new one, new Sadhvi.
oh yeah.
New Sadhvi.
Even though you have lived as Samani before, it is a special experience.
Yeah. No, in Samani also, when I was I could stay with Acharya Shri for a short while, for some, I think, a month or 2 months, where I had experienced that time itself. I had an kind of experience of walking on the barefoot and living a life of like having less things and taking on the shoulders and moving to the next. So that was a good experience then itself. And that was the experience which I had in my Samanihood, that I know I had, like, whenever if I have a time, I should take an opportunity and go to the Acharya and do this seva, that is walking on the foot and that kind of, not in Chaumasa. When he's not in Chaumasa, then I should go to Acharya and be with him, so that I can have that experience again. But then after bit of years, like couple of years, I was involved in studies so much that I could not spare much time for it, and so now I'm doing what I wanted.
I see. And you are totally involved in spiritual progress.
Trying to do it.
Yeah, understand. And your former Samani name was?
Samani Chaitanya Prabha.
Chaitya. And
I think the life of Samani is important because it gives a basis of learning about Jainism from its roots. Until you don't learn, you don't have knowledge of it, how would you apply in your life? So it gives a time to you to understand, to absorb the principles, to see the principles and its roots. And now coming into this life, Actually, I think it's for me it's a very good experience that I have had been Samani, so that I can apply those principles into the practice over here, and I understand from my heart that why I am doing so. The acts, like why is being, this is a rule, okay? One should not follow, but what a person who is very young, at the young age like her,
Yeah.
if she comes, she understands that I shouldn't do it, right? She would ask me why I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't ask why I shouldn't do it. Because so many years in Samani I've been teaching, I know why, where it was, in which Shagam it has been said
yeah.
that how I should walk and why should not I speak on the way. Why shouldn't I lie? Why shouldn't, so what are the reasons for lying? So that basis is there for me.
Yeah.
For me, I don't have to build that basis.
No.
I understand that this is the thing and I have to follow it.
Yeah.
So that's why Samani's life was a very good step for my life, from which I could ascend to this. And this life is more better because of that learning.
Yeah. Understood, yeah.
I think that's why that life is also a very good step, and this is also a next step.
This is
That's
best.
why the word Arohan is used, Diksha Arohan. The word Arohan means ascending.
Yeah. Ascending.
Ascending. So it is said Shreni Arohan.
Arohan.
If you come from Samani's life to this, it is not called as Diksha. It is said as, it is called, the name is Shreni Arohan.
Semi Arohan.
Shreni Arohan.
I understand. And you also feel inside it works also like if the body has changed. Is some feeling like this also?
Yeah, sometimes in meditation I feel like I'm just in soul, nothing, there's no body at all with me.
Oh.
Sometimes.
And
It's a rare experience, but it happens. Rare experience, rarely it happens, but it happens.
oh. Yeah. And so you really experience that you are soul.
Yeah.
And also you are communicating with other Sadhvijis or it is not...
No, we do communicate.
Oh yeah.
We have in fact we are encouraged to communicate and make a rapport with everyone, come to know about each other. That societal life is also there.
And also...
And do service for others. That's praise.
Yes. And also you exchange your experiences?
Spiritual experiences or...
Spiritual experiences.
That's actually with those who are there with me. I can also talk to the elders also sometimes. It's not that. But usually I talk to the youngsters over here, all of my age, those who are there.
Yeah.
And we do exchange our views about it.
But you have not many occasions to meet each other because one is there, one is there.
We meet during Pratikraman.
Yeah.
We do it jointly, right?
Yeah.
Pratikraman. So
Yeah.
before that there is a 10-15 minutes, and after Pratikraman also you have got a time till Arat Vandana. That's also there. And especially if someone needs something like about meditation, and if someone asks me, during our food too, we all, those who have initiated after me and me, so we do it together. So that time also sometimes if necessary, and we are free until the food comes, we do speak and to each other and share our ideas. If they have some problems, they talk to us, and then we some of us would give the responses, some of us will come to try to, like in meditation, where should we and what should we do it, we just exchange our views about it. If someone has a problem of like desires or something, like some kind of problem with then we do talk to each other and try to see that what could be done for this and exchange our views.
So it is really what for worldly people is family, so you are being this for each other also.
Yeah, right. That is also there. It's not. That's why you are living in the world and still not in the world. Both is there. Both is there. Vyavhara and Nishchay. In Nishchay we know that we are alone, but still we are for others. And when we are for others, we are for ourselves. It's not that for them we are doing, for ourselves we are doing.
I understand, and this is the way we will go for the next time, and after this it will be seen which responsibilities you will take. Is there also a possibility for you just to say, oh, I think I want to do this and I can give back to society
Through this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, here there are some opportunities too, and many times we can show our interest, and many times while they give you opportunity and the job, they understand that yes, she can't do this, and they themselves give us the jobs, and sometimes we'll have to we can also say that I'm interested in doing this, should I do it?
I see. And after Chaturmas, where will you go, or where will your group go? Is it clear or not yet?
Probably my group leader is the one who does a service to Acharya Shri.
Ah, yeah.
So I should be wherever the Acharya Shri is.
Yeah.
And emergencies cannot be said what happens.
No,
So-
I understand. And then on Maryada Mahotsav, it will be said who is going where.
No, it's not that.
No.
I don't think so in Maryada. If that had to be decided, it had to be decided in previous Maryada Mahotsav itself. And everything depends on the Guru's wish, definitely that is there. If some emergencies are there, some need of Sangha is there, then they can send me to for a special service too. And I can also sometimes make my mind for going for a service. It's always possible that if there is a need, I can pray for it, that please send me.
Yeah.
So that's also there. So emergencies cannot be said. At present, with the group which I is in the service of Acharya Shri, so most probably I should be here. Then whatever Acharya Shri says is fine for me.
Yeah. And you will do this.
Whatever he says and whatever Maharaj says. Yesterday I was listening to Maharaj and Pramukha Shri, she was speaking to a younger nun and she was saying, Khana khati ho, if you eat, do you eat with attachment or detachment?
Oh, difficult question.
Such questions sometimes works in life. You learn from it. You eat it for eating or you eat it for the taste.
And can you give the answer also?
She didn't ask me, she was asking the younger one, the one who is standing over there.
What detachment? So to eat detached. Oh. This means not to eat for the taste, but to fulfill the needs and to maintain body. Oh yeah, so one doesn't taste it very much what one eats.
It's that your intention changes.
I see. Intention changes.
When one says that, when the leader says that, do you eat from attachment or detachment? Naturally, next time that you eat, you have in your mind that I should not eat with attachment. This is good, this is bad, this is my favorite.
Oh yeah. So what you do when you are also human, so sometimes you feel there are attachment, you prefer this.
Yeah, it's possible. It's not that we are out of it. Of course, it's always possible. And it's not that it's always discouraged. It's not that you cannot do it at all. But it's that how much ever you can live it. There's a paradigm that you eat it with detachment. That's always there. And if it happens that you become attached to the food sometimes, then it is like it's, of course, the attachment is wrong. Still, it's like human weakness.
And then you get aware, oh, there is an attachment.
Sometimes we are very aware of it, that is, today in this we are attached. And many of them are there over here who don't eat the food which they like. They leave the food which they like, and naturally after some days they come out of the attachment towards it.
Yeah, because
they train themselves.
Yeah, because
it's just a matter of training.
And this is something you are trained as Sadhvi as well, that you are aware of what is inside you.
Yeah.
And not the urges and impulses, but you control them. You get aware and then you work on it.
Yeah, right.
I understand. It is great.
It's a kind of spiritual aspiration which makes you naturally be out of it. And that is a path on which we are walking and trying to come out of it. Come out of all, like be free of all the urges and all kind of problems that are there due to the urges.
Yeah.
So trying to walk on being free of all such human weaknesses.
Yeah. But not judge them, but
no, not to judge them, but coming out of it.
Yeah.
And find a way of coming out of it. What are the spiritual aspirations? What are the practical solutions for it? How would you come out of it? What are the ways by which you can really be free of these urges? There are some such things also which we follow, then you would not have that at all. You'll be free of all these things.
Yeah.
Some spiritual practices.
Yeah.
Especially 2 times Pratikraman. Pratikraman is also there.
Yeah.
And some other spiritual aspirations too. Meditation, different kind of meditations, special meditations.
Special meditation for nuns, or a special kind of meditation to work on this?
Urges, there are there.
Like bhavana or anupreksha?
Contemplation is one of the best ways, yes.
I see. And after some time, I suppose many people will come near you and ask you for guidance with their problems. So as you started to know yourself, so you can answer them from the depth, because
I hope so.
I understand.
If I can do that for the society over here, I would be very, very happy.
I listen very attentively to what you say, because
I know.
Yeah, because I really appreciate that you share your experiences with us and also with those who will see the video, so that they can try to work on their self as well.
Yes, I wish that one understands Zen philosophy in depth and really work on it for self-development, for the development of spirituality, and experience the happiness and the joy that spirituality brings.
And this is the real happiness and joy of life?
Yes, I think you would not have such an happiness with any material enjoyment. It's a very amazing kind of experience, and I hope that the one who enters into Jainism at least once in a life should experience such an experience.
Yeah. I think this is belonging to the whole, to get integral personality, to have a spiritual life as well.
Yeah.
We are living in the world, we worldly people, but also when we are aware of our spiritual dimension, then perhaps we are much happier.
Yeah, the personality becomes more integrated.
Yeah.
And you are at more peace than when you don't enter into the spirituality.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Best wishes for you both.
Thank you so much.
Aparigra and Carla. And
thank you so much.
And your viewers and hear and follow you now.